What's good, everybody? It's Chan with Ants. I'm here today with
Shego with Shegos House of Wax.
So we had a candle event just recently, and it was a good turnout. We had a full house. I want to know a little bit about your first experience with the candle class. How did it go for you, and what did you learn from the first experience?
Wow. Well, the first experience was very great. Not only because I had your support, but because I had my partner. She helped me a lot. She really helped me because it's really difficult to do it alone, and it was really nice to have her there. You know, a fellow candle maker like myself. You know, that made our own businesses. It was really nice to have that support and to know that we had a full house. We did that with support. You know, of course, but we actually did that. We came together and we did that. It felt great.
And how did you meet Tiger?
I actually met her at the store. You know, the Badass Boot Camp. We're both candle vendors there, and we both have different styles of candle, you know, but we came together. You know, I found somebody that I was able to collab with because, you know, like I said, we both know the business. We both know what it takes to get there. We both know how it is to be in the store. So, and she looked at me. She actually reached out to me and she's like, I like your candles. And we started being friends from there. And, you know, I was like, let me put her onto this crazy idea of mine, and you know, it became what it is now. Our candle class, you know. And
that's cool. Were you nervous at first when you first did it, or how did you feel during the candle class?
I was so fucking nervous.
Can you curse? Yeah.
Oh. Okay, but I was so nervous. Like, you have no idea. Like, you know, I do this at my house. Teaching somebody to do it, and not even like one person. It was like a whole bunch. We had like 15 people in the house. So it was like a lot of people to teach. You know, everybody like basically all eyes on you, you know? Mm-hmm. So it was really nerve-wracking.
And you had all age groups from young kids to even adults to even senior citizens. How was that? Did you feel like you were able to connect with everybody and, you know, have a good energy and good vibe with them?
Well, I did because, you know, I feel like I could speak to like any age group, you know.
I know you're able to speak to anybody and you have good confidence like that. The second candle class, I actually wasn't there, but I heard it was a good turnout as well. How was that experience the second time? What did you learn from the first time that you used it the second time?
Well, like we upgraded our equipment. That was once. Like we have like whole new setup, you know. Like it looks brand new. Like you look like you're actually like, you know, doing the candle class how you're supposed to be doing. Mm-hmm. Not that we did it wrong the first time, but we upgraded our equipment. You know, basically what I'm saying it's so much better, and you know, we both now we're like more into tune. What does what, you know, or who does who, you know.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. Is there any other candle classes you guys got coming up, or?
I actually have one, but this one is gonna be my solo one, where I'm gonna do it at the new location that I'm actually currently in. So, yeah, that's going to be my class. I'm going to do it alone this time without, you know, but yeah, it's going to be there.
Okay, so before we speak about the new spot you're going to be doing your class, and how was your experience and how did you get to know the Badass Boot Camp?
Oh, so how I got to meet the Badass Boot Camp was because I was actually, you know, I always vent. I always like try to put myself out there, and I was vending at the Empire Outlets, and I saw this girl walking around with her feather in her hair, and I was like, hey, I have some feathers, come check them out. You know, I was just trying to get her like to come in, you know, vibe with me and like check out what I have and maybe like buy something, you know. And she actually came and she actually heard like, oh, what I was trying to say, like, you know, because I have this thing that I say. And she just like listened through all of it and was looking at my stuff. And the first thing that caught her eye was like my crystal candles. And she was like, oh my God, I need to have these in my kiosk. And I was like, what? I didn't even know like what she was talking about. I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, we have this wellness kiosk upstairs from the Empire Outlets that we're trying to make into a store, and if you're interested, I could maybe connect you to like the owner that could possibly have our candles on her shelf. And I was like, hell yeah, I'm like, I'm down. Like, what do I do? What, you know? And then it just went on from there. Then I met the owner, and then, you know, everybody likes my candles, so.
That's the from there. So, the new location, what is the new location called again, and how did you get to meet them?
Okay, so her name is Mercy. She has the Create For You Market, and she branched out to make a SI food and art market. So they have food and like art, and it's like, it's a store where you go and the vendors could vend there, or they could like rent shelves and have their space there. And I have right now my candles at their location,
Okay.
along with some jewelry and other accessories that I carry.
That's cool. So you have two different stores where you're making business from.
Yes.
And how is that? How do you feel like as an accomplishment, or do you see yourself still doing vendoring?
One thing about me is I feel like I will never stop vending, no matter how like where I get. Like I will always do that because I love doing it. It's just like you get to meet new people, new connections, and you just put yourself out there. And that's like what I'm trying to do, is put myself out there. And I love vending. And vending got me to where I'm at. If I wouldn't have vent, I wouldn't have met Marcy. I wouldn't have met the Badass Boot Camp. So it all starts with putting yourself out there. So I'll always be vending and always have stores, you know.
Awesome. And I know you had a recent pop-up shop, a vending shop, and one of the artists I interviewed was Shaman Prince. And
Yes.
you was there. How was his performance there? And like, were you able to talk to him and explain to him your candle business, or?
Yes, he actually bought some items as well for me, and he's always supported, especially when I go to like the
cipher.
yes, he's always there. He's just always so much support. So I love his music's also fire. So it's great. It's always support when I go and I see them.
And I know you're just making a new collab as well with Krista, created with Sarah Creations. She's pretty much a close friend. She's actually NB's girlfriend. I know she made a candle holder. Do you want to show people how it looks?
Of course. Should I show them? Because I want to keep it a secret, but like I know this needs to be shown. But it's like, this is my little baby right here. This baby right here.
And how did this creation come to play? Like, how did you guys come with the vision and like?
Well, I feel like I saw something and I really wanted her to be a part of it because I know her work and I know what she does. And I was like, I'll be honest, I'm really passionate about it. Especially looking at it now, it's like, you don't have no idea what I'm ready to put in this. It's going to be so crazy. But I just had to get her on board. Like, I had to. And I'm glad that she saw my vision and was like, yes, like I'm down with it. Like she could see how far we could get. Cause like, I love this. This is.
Yeah, and it's crazy. She does amazing work with resin. She did this. She also did my roll-up tray. And as well, she did a project with Badass Boot Camp on the sign.
Yes.
Yeah, which came out really, really good. I'm proud of her for that. Another collaboration you actually did was with Judith, and she actually did your logo.
Yeah.
Our Shegos House of Wax, the name come to play.
Have you ever watched the movie House of Wax?
No.
You have never watched the
I haven't.
interview? Stop. No. Let's go watch it now.
Alright,
Keep that's a movie that I actually really like. It's really good. It's like a chiller thrill movie, and it's about this old town that some people go to visit or whatever, and long story short, they become wax figures. Like that whole town is full of wax figures. They think it's like regular people, but it's actually wax figures. Like that one like crazy mastermind is like playing all of them.
Okay.
So when I first started my candles, my first ever candle was a
wax body.
Yes.
Because of the movie.
Yes, because I don't know why. I really like that movie. Like that's a movie that I could watch and watch and watch. And I feel like when I made these body figures, I literally laughed and I was like, hey, this reminds me of the movie House of Wax. And then I was like, what the fuck? What if I am the creator of wax figures? I'm like, I know I'm not the creator, but like, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean. You're the creator of your own products.
Yes. Okay. So I was like, it just clicked to me. It was like, it has to be House of Wax something. Like, the House of Wax had to be there, but I just wasn't sure,
Where Shegos come from.
Yes. So then, that's when Shegos came. And like, I love green, right? My favorite color is green. So I feel like I low-key made an art. I low-key made an alter ego for myself, this person that's like, she's like a badass bitch. She's gonna get shit done. She will always be there, and her job is to always get money, right? And her name was Shego, So that's how Shegos House of Wax became. you know, because I am Shego and I am making
the
House of Wax.
Okay.
You know?
That's hard.
That's going to be my whole city.
So in your recent Instagram post, you spoke about your upbringing, that you used to sell fruits with your mom. How old were you when you used to sell fruits with your mom?
I was 5 years, like about 4 to 5 years old.
Okay. And how did that even start? Did your mom just tell you, oh, we're going to go sell fruits in the city today? Or like, how did that daily routine start?
Literally, yeah. I feel like one day I just woke up and my mom was like, hey, this is what we're going to start doing and you're going to help. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, you know, it was like an adventure for me, like at first, until I got into the routine. I was like, oh shit, you know, this actual work.
I know you used to say you was the one who would go up to the people to tell them that, oh, we have fruits right there. How was that experience? Do you feel like that built your confidence when you grew up, or?
Yes, that did build my confidence, and in the business world, it built me for rejection as well. Because, you know, some people would be like, no, you know, because some people wouldn't want or whatever, and you know, that also built me up for a rejection. Cause, you know.
Okay. And when the people did stop for you, did you ever say anything? Like, was there any point in that when you was doing that a moment stood out to you, that someone said something to you, or like just anything like that? Did anyone give you like life advice, or anyone say, you know, keep going or something like that?
Not really, but like I feel like overall it was an experience that I'm always going to remember, you know, and that I'm always going to speak about, and that I feel like now candle making, like, or like me putting myself out there is nothing compared to what I like used to do. You know what I mean? Like, this is like, I'm living the life now, you know what I mean? Because before it was like a struggle, you know? Like, I used to live in Harlem, right?
Okay.
And not Spanish Harlem, the other side of Harlem. Like, we were literally the only Mexican on the block. Like, the only Mexican on the block. They were, like, fucking there. And we were 3 girls, you know? And, like, we did that, like... And there were so many times where it was just... It was, like, crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Because we really had to fight for, like... For our strip, you know?
Yeah.
It was crazy. Like, you would think we were doing other stuff besides selling like fruits there, but we really had to fight, and we had to stand there, and we had to, you know, do what we had to do, you know, just. And I feel like I took that and I learned from that, and I learned how, like, my mom was passionate about, you know, getting the money, learning how to do everything, you know, like, because this was not something she thought of. Somebody taught her that, and just, like, literally by the next day she was like, I'm doing this. You know, just because she wanted to, like, fucking, like, progress, you know? So, yeah.
And it was mostly you, your sister, and your mom. Do you feel like your mom was a big role model in your life to, like, be an independent woman and start your own business?
Hell yeah. My mom, like, I look up to her. Up to this day, I'm, like, so thankful. Like, I wouldn't be here or be the woman I am if my mom wasn't in the picture, or if she wouldn't teach me what she taught me. Like, like, it was the 3 of us doing the business, but I felt like, you know, I was putting myself out there. I was putting the business out there, you know, like, it was just, I understood her, you know?
And, okay, how old were you when you started making a candle, and, like, who taught you how to make the candle?
Okay, I was 23 when I first started making the candle, which was, like, a year ago.
How did you come up with the idea of the candles that you put crystals inside and the moons?
Well, it's just because all about, like, the good vibes, you know? And obviously I had to do my own research, which, like, if you want to get into it, you have to do your own research, you know, and see what you're entwined with. But I was drawn a lot into, like, you know, the spiritual route. I want to get into, like, different levels, you know? And, you know, to get to there, you have to be entwined with yourself. And I want to get more in touch with myself, with my feminine side, with, you know, the person that makes me me, you know, the person that makes me a woman, you know, the person that empowers me, and that has to be with myself. So one way of me doing that was with crystals, you know, like I actually love to meditate with them, and I actually use them. I have my own crystal altar, like I'm very entwined with it, and I just wanted to bring that into my candles. Like, I just felt like I needed to translate that somehow. And I try to do that I did that with my candles. So that's how my crystal candles came about, you know?
So who was someone who put you into spiritual things like that? Like, how did you find the spiritual calling?
To be honest, I feel like it was just me. Like, I feel like once you're in a position in your life Like it'll just come to you naturally. Like it's not something that no one taught me. It's not something that I just did my own research. I wanted to get close to it. I wanted to learn what it was about. I wanted to get more like in with myself. You know, it's spiritual, but it's like more with yourself. You have to learn yourself, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to feel more confident. I wanted to feel more like, you know, myself. Like once you know Shegos House of Wax, you're gonna know like
what you do.
You know,
okay. Your own little style. I know, like you said, how you say you're spiritual. You told me that your favorite number is number 12, and you said how 12 stays up, pops up a lot with you. Do you plan on doing a candle or anything like that using the number 12?
Ooh, okay. Sorry, that was like not it, but
exactly.
like, wow,
I'm sorry.
I love that. Actually, I do have something that I wanted to add, but you know, that's actually going to come in the collaboration that I have with Krista. You know, so that's going to be something that I'm going to be adding to my new collaboration with her. So you'll see a number 12 somewhere in the candle. You just have to look out for it.
That's cool. Bracelets, you mostly do like evil eyes. It's like you said, you believe in crystals. I believe in myself. Like I use these crystals and like all this protection to use as protection. Do you believe in that? Like spiritual guidance, spiritual protection, spiritual, you know, good energy that comes off from the crystals?
Oh yes, I am definitely. Like I am 100% believer, because at the end of the day, if you like use crystals or if you want to manifest anything, you have to believe, because if you don't believe, it's not going to work out for you. So you need to believe, you know, you have to like actually put that in there, because you actually have the power to make anything, but you just have to believe in yourself. And I didn't know that until like I actually met crystals, and I was like, I could do whatever, like don't test me, because I'll do whatever.
It manifests it and gives you protection.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel that energy that comes off crystals all the time. That's why I usually wear them around me, which is cool that you like. And I know like you even support other businesses, like the earrings you're wearing. What business is that? Or like how did you meet her as well?
Can you cut that hand out? It's just like, what?
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. So my earrings, I have to say that I love how you notice that. They're actually handmade. They're handmade from clay, and these are from the Femme Loft, and she's actually a good friend of mine, and I met her vending as well. You know, I meet people vending. That's why I love vending, and I'll never stop it. And I met her, and she has these great earrings that are handmade.
That's fire. And it's good that when you go to your vending, you always never can meet new people, which is insane because you never know who you meet next. Do you have any future collaborations with the people that you met that you want to work with later on in the future, or you're still trying to figure out first who Shego House of Wax is first?
Well, I already know who Shegos House of Wax is. I was like, but you can add that, because I do know. No. I actually do have one collab that, you know, I don't know if I could speak on it yet, but I might have to give you a sneak peek. With iTiger, me and her are coming up with this new candle that I'm so excited for you guys to test. No, not only see it, but you could test it, use it, and you know. But I can't tell you a lot because you know that I'll just ruin the whole surprise. But yes, we have a new candle coming up.
Alright, awesome, that's great. So I know you have an upcoming event at the Staten Island Mall for the summer season markets for Memorial Weekend, Father's Day weekend, and 4th of July. What will you be selling at that venue?
Well, I'll be having my crystal candles, you know, all my regular, but I also be having my brand new collaboration that I have.
Your candle holder?
Yeah.
Where can we find you on your Instagram and social media? What is your username for us to find you? Okay,
so all my handles are Shegos House of Wax. That's all of them. They're Shegos House of Wax. No other like that. No.
So thank you again for coming. It was good seeing you and speaking to you. And once again, like, I can't see what you got next and planned for us. And thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you so much for having me here. Like, this is my first ever interview. I'm so happy, you know, that I'm here. And you know, I'm happy that, you know, we did it together. You know, this is like our second event, I guess, or nothing. But since, you know, you had me on your show, or, you know, you had me on your thing, I brought something for you, you know, like this is my first thing. Hold on, I'll fix it for you. So I got you this, you know, as a thank you for having me here, and you know, for taking the time to get to know me, to sit me down, and to actually talk to me, and to giving like other business owners, and not only business owners, but like, you know, people in general, like a platform to speak what they want to speak about, you know. And I feel like that right now goes underappreciated, and I just want to say thank you, you know. And this is like a little gift for me and Shegos House of Wax.
Awesome.
It's actually a gift from Shegos House of Wax.
Okay, say that. Do you want to open it on camera?
Yeah, go ahead.
So like, say that to see what we have. I'm pretty much gonna add all these other things onto what we have in the background. All right, cool. I needed some sage, low key, because I gotta sage my room with bad energy. Thank you for that.
You don't have to add all that in there.
Yeah, no, not.
So in here I have something.
Alright, that's fire.
I have, you know, because I remember that the first time that you went to my event, you bought a keychain for me and it broke. So now I got you a malachite stone keychain. It's really good. You know, if you want to manifest like money and good luck and good abundance, this is a great stone for that. So this is what I give you. I hope you have great luck.
Thank you for that. That's fire.
And then I also have this crystal necklace that I hand wired.
That's fire.
And
you can show the camera. So this is the, you know, take pictures after. Yeah.
All hand wired by me, and you know, you can put on your necklace right now.
Yeah, I'm about to. What does this crystal stand for?
That's lapis lazuli.
Okay.
Whenever you feel like you can't overcome anything, just wear it and manifest. You can come over everything, and it's actually like a good worry stone that I always carry. You know, just to reassure myself that I'm going in the right path and that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Awesome. Thank you for that. I actually needed these two crystals because a lot going on in this. I needed this. Thank you.
I'm glad you like them. I hope you could, you know, wear it. And
I definitely will. Yeah, I'm gonna wear this almost every day. Same with the keychain. I'm adding on my book bag. As you know, my crystals fell out, but I have now. I got new crystals. Thank you.
Yes, you can manifest new things with them. Nice. And I hope new abundance comes. But you also have like a couple.
I got some. I also got. Oh, this is crazy. Alright, I need a rosary green. Your favorite.
Hold on.
Oh, the bracelets? Oh, there's two of them.
So I know, you know, you have a son. So,
yeah.
You know, you could give the green one to your son if you want. And,
oh,
you know,
he's definitely
going
to like the green one. Yeah. Thank you for that. He
these also come straight from Mexico. So,
really?
like, they actually come from, like, La Basilica de Mexico. So, you know.
That's awesome. Yeah, my son actually loved the bracelet that I have as well. We have the same ones, and he's obsessed with that. He always puts it on every morning. He always says it's for protection.
That's great. Cool. I'm glad.
Thank you. That's it?
Yeah.
Alright. Thank you once again, and once again, thank you for coming to the show. And yeah, that's it. Good looks, bro. I appreciate this, for real.
Yeah.
Good looks.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna use